Namaste. Welcome to Buddha's teaching. In this episode, we're going to cover about desire, the root of our suffering, right? The cause of our suffering, and which is in the second noble truth. So last episode, we talked about attachment. And as we know, attachment is at the lower level of the source of suffering. And attachment can lead to also desire. Okay, so desire and attachment, they can be a cause to each other, or they can, to generate the feeling, the emotion that we have. Okay, but most of the time, it's the desire that create the attachment. So, but at some point, attachment create desire, such as when we have attachment to our kids or our loved one, and that attachment turns into some kind of desire, some kind of feeling that we want something from them. So that attachment also leads to desire. Most of the time, desire leads to attachment. So by the end of this episode, hopefully you can get to understand, to have a better idea of what desire is, what kind of problem that desire can give us, and what is it that we can do in terms of desire. Can we control it or not? So how does desire arise? Okay, we have this feeling, we have this emotion that keep rising up, that we want this, we want that, right? We love this, we don't like that, so all of that is called desire, right? It's the feeling, it's the emotion that just come out, that come up inside of each and every one of us naturally, right? So that is one of the key things in understanding this, that desire is one of the natural phenomenon that we all have. Okay, so desire does not come from anywhere, come from outside or anything. Desire is one of the ingredients that we all have. Okay, and desire arise based on different kinds of condition. Okay, so again, desire is part of us. As you all know, we interact, or we are living with our five senses plus the sixth sense that we call the mind. Okay, the central decision making. Okay, we call the mind, or the mano chitta. Okay, so that's the sixth sense. But we interact with everything in our environment with our five senses, right? And the five senses being, we have the vision, we have the eye that we can see, the ear that we can hear, okay, the nose that we smell, the tongue that we can taste food, and all the feeling that we have. Okay, this is how that is what life is, right? We are conscious to everything that we interact with because of the functioning of the five senses. So our desire arises from that experience. Okay, if you just sit there doing nothing, there's nothing happening, then the mind is not in a desiring mode, right? The mind is pretty much just um, you know tranquil, okay, in a equanimous state. So for example, when you open your eyes and you are out and about, and you, of course, you see things, okay, and when you see things, so the act of seeing is what we call a contact, first of all, right? You have a vision contact, okay? There's contact, meaning there's a seeing, okay? You're seeing object, or you seeing a person, or whatever that you encounter. So after the contact or the seeing, this thinking arise. Okay, and how does the thinking arise? The thing that we all have, the us as human being, when we see things, right? If we have a natural state of mind, okay, whether we don't like what we see, or we like what we see, or we don't have any opinion in what we see. Okay, so I'm just using the eye as an example, but it works the same way for the five senses. But let's just talk about the eye. Okay, the eye contact. So when we see, okay, so there's three things that's happening. The contact, after the eyes contact, there's three things happening. Whether you like it, right? You don't like it, or you don't have any opinion, no emotion toward it. So you're not neutral. Okay. So like or dislike. These are the two phases of desire. Okay. Like is also a desire. Dislike is also a desire. Okay. So when when you like something, why is it that we like something? Or when you don't like something, why is it that you don't like something? Okay, or you don't like the person, or you like the person. Okay, it's a natural uh, intelligence for human being. We are born with the special ability to recognize, right? In a way, for most of us, what is good and what is not good. Okay, for example, when you see something, let's say beautiful, okay, let's say you see a nice beautiful car, okay, and there's a common theme in a lot of people. Let's say you see a nice sport car. Not everyone, of course, see things the same way, but there's a whole bunch of people seeing the car, let's say whatever color it is, and you and a whole bunch of people like that kind of shape, that kind of color. Okay, so that is the thing that we all have. Okay, like, or when we see something bad happening, okay, we all have this common sense, okay, that say that is not good, that is not the right thing, to do, right thing to say, or whatnot. We all have that built-in ability to differentiate, what is good or what is not, to a certain degree, depending on a different level, of course, for different people. But we do have that ability, okay, to see what's good, what's not. We have the ability to understand what kind of food that when you go into the mouth, it's pleasant, it's good, right? It's delicious, and other things, other pleasant, other material you put in, oh, it's bitter, it's tart, or it's too salty, or whatever. So that is the the gift that we have. Okay, as a human being, I mean, animals, they do have that also to a certain degree, but for human being, we have the most ability in this, with these five senses, to experience the world. Okay, we can see nice flowers. Okay, we like the flower because, oh, that's beautiful, right? It's a nice flowers. Okay, we can we have that without being taught. Okay, the natural way that we're born with it. Nobody has to teach us that food tastes good or not. Okay, that fragrance taste smell good or not. Nobody have to teach us that. Okay, that is built-in intelligence, built-in ability to differentiate what is it that we like and what is it that we don't like, right? So that is a natural a human intelligence, okay, the natural ability, what we like and what we don't like, okay. So we have that, right? So when we have contact, okay, we have when we have the feeling or emotion arise, that means we have like or dislike, right? We start thinking about the object, we start thinking about the person, okay. So if you don't see, there's no contact, okay, you don't see that object, you don't see the person, there wouldn't be a thinking about the person, or and there wouldn't be thinking about the object, okay. So for, like for example, if you are married now or you are in a relationship now, okay, um, if you didn't get to meet the person, right, that which means contact at first time, the very first time you see the person, that is called contact, seeing, right? If there was not a seeing or a contact, there wouldn't be desire, or there wouldn't be a thinking about the person, right? If you didn't have a thinking about a person, there wouldn't be any desire to go after the person, okay. So the reason that you are in a relationship right now is because first of all you see the person, you hear the sound of the voice, okay, you see the form of the person. So from that, you automatically your intelligence kick in. You have that, what we call the chemistry, right? You have the liking of that form. So because of that, now you start thinking, okay, that when you start, when you have that chemistry, the thinking arise, and now this desire is coming. So desire, so when desire arise, now it lead to, okay, you want to go get it, right? You want to grab on it, and that's how you get into some kind of then how that's how desire propel you to do the next thing, which is trying to approach a person, okay, or whatnot, and try to create some kind of connection and relation, and then relationship start, right? So it all start with contact, right? That's all start with contact. So now, on the other hand, if something else that you don't like, you try to push away, which is we call dislike. So that is also a desire, which but it's a desire of not getting. Okay, it's you're trying to push it away. So the desire, so desire, there are two kinds, right? The desire to get something, okay, to get something, um, to get the person, to you know um, to get into some kind of relationship with a person, okay, or desire for material stuff, okay, for money, right, for wealth, to become rich, okay. So a desire to have a healthy body, desire for fame, for popularity, okay, desire to fit in, okay, or desire to be to look good. I mean, of course, that's also a desire to look pretty, to, especially when you're young. That's it's all about the look, right? So the look, the popularity, fame, and all that. So that's desire, right? So so what does that desire make people do? Okay, so like for example, your that desire or leads us to, let's say you want something, you want a nice purse, okay, or a nice car, or a cell phone, a smartphone, or whatever desire, okay. But if you don't have the means to obtain it, the desire can lead you into thinking, into not doing the right thing, such as stealing, right, robbing, or whatnot. Okay, so desire can lead you to that. Okay, and desire for to be famous, to be to be popular, and because of that, it can be lying. You can be lying about the about your facts, about your past, about your behavior, or you do the some kind of maneuvering. You have the intelligence mind to think, okay, in order to get that status, to get that position, to get that fame. So now you're thinking of all kinds of methods and strategy that can bring you to that level according to what you think, right? So desire push you that way. Okay, and the thinking mind is your servant. Okay, depending whatever way that your mind wants to go, the thinking mind will keep giving the ideas, and okay, let's do this, do this, do this, right? And one thing to another. And that's why a lot of time we know that when, like the Pinocchio story, once you lie, you know it's about this song, but in order to keep from being discovered that you're lying, you have to keep lying, right? So the nose keep going getting longer. Okay, so it's the same thing. When you try to be famous or what popular or whatnot, because the desire is big. Okay, so you have to do the lying and all that stuff. So, and in order to protect that status or yourself, the self I, the lying keeps bigger and bigger as long as the mind can keep generating things that make people believe, the lying keeps growing. Okay, and it's just a matter of time. One time that you know that bubble will burst. So that's what desire can lead you to. All right. So and other things like being pretty is like I said, being a desire also, and that can lead you to, let's say you want to be pretty, and then all of a sudden you look at another person, oh, she or he is pretty or something. It can lead, depending on which way your mind wants to go, it can lead to wholesome or unwholesome, right? Um, if it leads you to unwholesome thinking, you can be the jealousy motion and the feeling arise. Okay, you feel jealous because that person is prettier, or more handsome, more well built, right? So that's how desire can generate all kinds of feelings and emotion, and from that it generates all kinds of thinking, right? And we have that thinking a lot. Okay, so this is an important tool. It's a very incredible tool, but it depends on how you use it. Okay, we can use it to the good way, or we can use it to the not good way, to do all kinds of things. Okay, it depends on what is coming out from your sixth sense, right? Sense number six, mano. Okay, now so that's the desire. So you desire, you try to grab on something, you want something. So that's one side of desire. Now there's another side of desire, is that we don't want to get sick. The do not want is also a desire not to get sick, right? we have a we have a desire not to have a divorce. Okay, nobody wants to get divorced. A desire not to get into some kind of argument with people. Okay, we have a desire is that all of a sudden, and let's say you at work or whatnot, and somebody criticize you, let's say, or you at a party, you at some kind of gathering, and you have some kind of conversation, and one thing leads to another, people they disagree with you, and they criticize your opinion, your idea, your look, or whatever criticism that people say, because people do what people do, people say what people say, or everyone has opinions, right? So when somebody says something that you feel offended, okay, it means that the desire inside you is that you don't want to hear that kind of comments, okay? You don't want to hear that kind of suggestion or some that kind of remarks or whatnot. So that is your desire not to be criticized, desire not to be blamed, desire not to you know, not to be seen as somebody weak, or all kinds of stuff. So that is part of desire, that desire not to, right? Okay. So what happens when desire is not met? Okay, a lot of time when a desire is not met, it leads us in it leads us into other emotion or the feelings such as anger, right? We become angry, we become frustrated, okay, or we become sad or depressed, depending on whatever the scenario or the situation that we're in, okay. So an unmet desire leads us into negative emotion, okay. That's what desire does. If we have desire and the desire is not met, most of the time people become angry, people become frustrated, become sad, become upset, have all kinds of you know um, issue. Okay, so as we all know, negative emotion is a negative energy. Okay, our feeling, our emotion is energy. Okay, it has no form, it's an energy. Okay, so when this negative energy inside of you, what does it do to your physical body? It's not good, right? So the negative energy, the negative emotion impacts the physical body. Okay, the body, the health of our body can be impacted, can be affected by the negative emotion. Okay, and the more negative emotion you have, the more often you have, okay, the negative emotion. Let's say a person who's into, for whatever reason, get into a habit of being not happy most of the time, okay, being sad all the time, worry most of the time, okay, frustrated a lot of time, okay, tend to have a high a quick temper, right, snap fast, okay, get into those kind of people. When you keep injecting negative energy, okay, when you keep creating negative energy within you, it affects the body itself, okay. Yeah, the body is an independent um, you know, organism, okay, and it reacts to whatever the emotion that we have, okay. So depending on that emotion, the body can be healthy, can be good, strong, at peace, or the body can become agitated or you feeling not good. It's because of the emotion, right? So depending on the what kind of energy that you are generating inside, based on your thinking, based on your desire, okay, the body react that way, okay. So for people who have easy mind, okay, easygoing personality, okay, they smile a lot, they tend to stay away from negative uh, you know things, okay, try to keep to themselves, calm and being peaceful, being joyful, and you know they tend to be relaxed, okay, it's not tense. So when they relax, it's more, and you can see in the facial expression, their face is more clear, okay, clear, more smile, more relaxed and happy. And on the opposite, people who tend to have a lot of the habit of inside in, into a lot of negative things, the person seems to be not healthy. Okay, a lot of time they would have a lot of issue, a lot of pain, because negative energy create, you know, acid build up and all that. Okay, it affects your stomach, it affects your liver, it affects um, all the cells inside the body, because whatever we feel, okay, whatever emotion that we generate, is the whole body feels it. Okay, not just, you know, not just here the mind, the whole body feels it. Okay, so when you are always in a negative you know, state of mind, you always have this negative emotion, sad, depressed, upset, and all that, the body also react negatively, and it creates disease, right? So we ourselves, the feeling, the emotion can create the you know, the cancer, you know, disease by itself. You know, it forms inside because of that negative emotion. So desire can do that. Okay, when it generates all kinds of negative emotion, it affects us. It affects the mind, because when the desire is not met, not happy and all that, and it also affects the entire body. Okay, the entire body can feel it. Okay, so the thing that we don't know is because desire is part of us. We are born with desire. Okay, so because of that, we are not aware that this is one of the things that can cause us all kinds of issues. And since we are not aware of it, we keep serving our own desire. Okay, so even though desire is part of nature, okay, we have to come to recognize what this desire is. Otherwise, we become the slave of our own desire. Okay, and when we become the slave of our own desire, we have no end. Okay, in trying to please, trying to fulfill the desire that keep rising inside. Okay, the desire is also a form of energy, right? So it's the energy has no end or no beginning. Okay, it keeps rising up. Okay, it keeps. So that is why after one desire is, you know, go up and gone, let's say whether that desire is met or not, it goes up and gone, another desire, all right, rise up. Okay, and now we try to fulfill that again. Okay, and up to a certain degree that we can do or not, and then it's gone, and then there's another one come. It's energy. Okay, so if we don't understand this, we keep running after this bubble of energy that keeps coming up. It creates all kinds of feeling and emotion that can lead to negative you know, side of things that make us our life miserable. Okay, because we're not aware of it. So that is why we need to understand this desire, and we need to understand when desire arise. Okay, so when does desire arise? Again, desire arise first of all through contact, right? The contact that we come to come across, we see things. Okay, desire arise, right? Because we think about it, we want it, and we want to go after it. Okay, so desire arise. We hear it, music, we hear the sound of some people, we hear what somebody cry, we say it's all desire. Okay, when we hear things, now we have emotion, whether there's attachment or not. So the mind is reacting to that experience, okay, and then that creates the suffering, right? So desire at the bottom, that come up, okay, and also to the nose, we smell something good or we smell something rotten, right? We smell something good, and if it's just good and that's it, then that's no problem. But we smell something good, and then we going after it or whatnot, then there's nothing wrong for going after something. Okay, let me put a little note on that. As long as you understand that you're not hurting anyone, including yourself. Okay, including yourself. So that's one thing that you keep in mind. When we all have contact with the world, desire always arise. Okay, you cannot control it. Do not try. If somebody try to teach you how okay, that you can control your mind, or in other words, you can control your desire or emotion, that is not the right way to do. Okay, you first of all, you have to understand what it is before you can say that you're going to control it. But if you don't even know how it originated, how it started, there's no way you can control it. But the mind is not something that that we control. It's something that we need to understand, right? It's something that we need to understand what this is. Okay, what is this? What is desire? Okay, so let's say you desire a car. Okay, and it's natural, right? Or you desire a person, a man or a woman. Okay, now is that wrong? So right, that's you're asking. Okay, or your desire to get a big house, okay, or whatnot, whatever, in a big position, is that bad? It depends on uh, how you approach it. Okay, you only you know. Okay, when there is something not right going on in here, you notice right away. You should notice right away that is not the right thing to do. Okay, so there is nothing wrong to go. Let's say you want a car. Okay, so that is your desire. All right, so now you say, okay, what do I have to do? Go to work, find a job, earn money, save money, and then go buy that car. That is fine. Okay, that is fine. That kind of desire, you understand. Okay, you say, okay, in order to do that, I do this. Okay, so, and also when certain things don't meet your expectation, it depends on how you react to it. So let's say you try to save this, and then let's say you need $10,000, right? And then you almost there, and then something happen and takes away some of that money. How do you respond? See, that's the thing, because your desire is going that way, but there's something that is come as an obstacle. Okay, how do you respond to it? See the reaction. See, so that's what you need to understand. What if you don't understand desire? Desire can lead you into area into a situation that is not very good. Okay, so there's no way that you can control your desire, but instead you need to understand your desire. Okay, what desire is and what that desire produce, what can do to you. And if that desire create negative emotion, you need to check it. You say, okay, I'm creating negative emotion. Okay, which means when there's negative emotion arise, first of all, the first person that is get affected is yourself. Okay, the negativity is in here. Okay, and then after that, it also can affect other person or other people. Okay, so when this emotion arise that can create negativity that affects you, in a negative way, or also affect others in a negative way, that is something that you need to step back, all right, and then say that is not the right way to do. That's what desire do to you. Okay, that's what desire do to you. Oh, okay. So this is the culprit. This desire leads me into this kind of situation. Okay, so that is what you need to step back. So the only way to see to truly understand desire is an understanding at the background of what desire is, what uh, what it can, how it can lead you to. Okay, what is it, and is it gonna be harmful for you and for others? Okay, and that's the only way that you can look at desire and say, okay, now I see this desire here that is at the bottom of the feeling of the reaction of the mind, where it can lead you to, and that is where you need to do this. Okay, stop, right? You tell yourself, oh, I need to stop this. Okay, because if I keep doing this leads me to that. Okay, now when you can see that, so but the only way you can see that is through understanding the desire. Okay, and it's now when you can see that, it's called wisdom. Okay, that with only with seeing things with wisdom that you can see, oh, okay, because of this desire that I have, it leads me to agitation, it leads me to, this. Okay, no, I need to stop. This is what desire can negatively impact my well-being, the peace of my mind. Okay, so from that kind of training, you get to understand about desire. Okay, I go a little bit off in into the cure, into the, how to deal with desire here. But this episode here, the purpose of this episode is at least to get you to understand that how desire arise. Okay, how is it that it goes up and it generates the different kinds of feelings and emotion that can lead us to a place that is not good, right? It can lead us to place that is dark. Okay, um, so like such as sadness or depression, all of that is a negative desire. Okay, it's a desire. We desire not to have a bad memory, desire not to have a bad past time that already happened, but we still clinging. We still have attachment to it. So that kind of desire bring us down, keep bringing us down. So keep generating negative energy, which keeps us, in a hole, in a pit that we're not aware of, and we can dig ourselves out. It's because of our desire and detachment to past memory, right? Okay, so that is desire. Okay, hopefully you get something, or you get to what it is about desire. And until next time, I like to pay respect to the triple gems. I like to pay respect to the Buddha. I like to pay respect to the Dharma, and I like to pay respect to the Sangha. Namaste.